Hello, everyone. Clumsy Mumsy and Heather. How is everybody doing? Thank you for coming. So I'd like to get this little bit out of the way. Not the my stuff in front of me, but just the saying that I am not affiliated with anything shown in my video, patterns, yarn, nothing. Mute the TV so there's no music playing. Yeah. Mom is here. She is in the background. She's on the phone for the moment. And then she will be on here as well. So here we go. Welcome to my frog pond. If you're coming in or leaving, please hit that like button at the bottom of the screen. And if you're new, please subscribe and hit the like button. And if you want to keep coming back for more, you can always hit the bell for more notifications. Hello, Christina. How are you? Oh, yes. Mom used to like playing Sudoku, too. Forgot to press play. Oh, no. You forgot to press play. Oh, no. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? We are. It was a beautiful, hot day today. I got a little bit of sun because we've been running around like crazy all day today. My shoulders are got a little bit of pink on them, and they're a bit warm right now, but that's all right. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? Everybody says hi, Mom. Tell everybody hi, Mom. Mom says hi to everybody as well. Yes. Hey, Froggy Winnie Knitting, how are you? You're Jennifer as well, right? So there's two Jennifers in here? Two Jennifers. I'm doing good. We were really busy today because I had mentioned that we had hired a couple guys to get rid of our weed jungle in our backyard. It is completely weed free now. So, and they will be coming back in about a week because they're going to Calgary for a week for something else or whatever. And then they're going to help with some of the rest of the stuff that we want done with our yard. So we can actually go outside and sit in the fresh air and the sunshine and even under the stars, and relax in the backyard for once. Princess Pink. How did that box of yarn barf go, Kelly? I saw that. And your Raggedy Ann hair, how did that go? Everybody says hi to everybody else. This is awesome. Come in. Welcome to my frog pond. So I went up to the knit shop that we have here in town. It's closing at the end of the month, but I bought 3 bagfuls of sock yarn. So that is what I wanted to show everybody, the colors and everything that I got today. I will be going back near the end of the month to get a whole bunch more, hopefully, because I would really like to start making some socks. I've never made socks before. I've started a toe-up sock before, but I tore it out because I didn't know if there would be enough sock yarn in that one ball. And I split the ball into 2 balls. So now there is 1 ball for each sock. Hey, Rosemary, how's it going? Where'd she go? Oh, there's Yolanda. How's it going? I was going, somebody said hi to you, but I missed it. And I'm like, where'd she go? I didn't see her. How's your crocheting coming, darling? I know everybody keeps asking because they're so excited that you're learning all this now. And every time somebody sees you, they always ask you, are you crocheting? How's it going? But there's some natural light coming in from the door. So again, please hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. I was going to go on StreamYard on my phone, but they did say it is recommended to be on a laptop or a computer. So that is what I'm doing. Yeah. Hey, Denisha, how's it going? Everybody's coming in. Awesome. Nani, how's it going? Darling. My sweet pink-haired friend. Yeah. I caught a little bit of your night live on your porch. And then I was going back and forth between, like, I think it was 2 or 3 lives that night because there was a few people on that I like to watch all at once. And I'm like, multitask. You gotta have 3 lives going all at once. So, and then, yeah, life stuff comes up and you gotta drop what you're doing and go to that. So everybody else is awesome today. Awesome sauce. Does anybody want to come in on video or no? Because it is easier to be on video than it is to keep typing. Just let me know. And I will post the link. We have 11 people in here right now. That is awesome. Welcome everybody to my frog pond. Now I know a lot of... Hey, Dreamer, how's it going? How are you on this glorious Monday evening? It's still beautiful here today. Blue sky, sun is out, it's shining. You can see in the door. So we have 10 people. Denisha, Heather, so far I found 700 yards. Ooh, boy. That's a lot. I crochet a turtle afghan. Yes. How's that coming along? That's going to look beautiful once it's done. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Fighting with pretty neat. All right. So, do you all want to see the yarn I bought today? I bought a whole bunch of sock yarn. And I found 4 balls of yarn in my closet when I went through there the other day that I didn't remember that I had. So maybe I'll just show you those first because I don't know what to make with them. They're all the same color, but they all look different because they are not rolled the same way. So I have 4 balls of a Bernat Pop size 4 yarn. Color is Mediterranean. So it is greens and teals and light grays. It's very pretty. I have 4 of these balls. They are all different, same colors, but rolled differently. See, this one is rolled differently. Isn't that neat? And then the other 2 Then I'll put them back in the bag and show you the other ones. See? No two balls of these 3 are the same. And I have a 4th one. And that one's not the same either. It's different from all the other 3. So I am going to have to figure out what I am going to do with these 4 balls. I was thinking of making a poncho because I have a few ideas that I want to make just to top of my head. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? I love the greens and the teals. They're beautiful, especially with gray. I'm into grays and teals lately. But I have to figure out what I want to make with them now because I have this yarn and I want to use it. But I really have to finish off the project that I'm making because I don't need any more projects. But I'm working on it anyways. And my other sock yarn, let's see. Here's the first one. This one is Regina. It is 100 grams, 459 yards. And I don't think it has a color on it. But this is sock yarn. And look how it goes up. Isn't that cool? It goes up in its own stripes. Look at that. So, oh, it is machine washable. I think it has wool in it though. There you go. 75% virgin wool and 25% what is Polymade. I don't know what that is. But it's a little tiny bit coarse right now. But I think all sock yarn is like that until you start washing it and stuff. But it's got these fuchsias in it and blues and grays. It's really pretty. So I'll have to split this one up into 2 balls so I can do 2 socks. And then I have Nako boho. And these ones go up really cool patterns too. So this is 100 grams as well. I don't think it has a color number on it. So it's 75% wool and 25% Polymade. I have no idea what Polymade is. But it's a little bit on the more scratchy side too, but it's still sock yarn. So it's light and thin and it's going to be great. Oh yeah. Machine washable. There you go. I love it when it says machine washable. That's just awesome. Okay. I thought the same thing, Nani. What did you say? It's called, Lena. Which one? This one? Nako boho? Or the Regina one? Regina makes great socks. You've made socks with them before? Awesome. I just want to make them because I think the colors that go up are going to be really super cool. It was Regina. Yeah, I have a few different ones of this one that I got. They had different types of different brands of yarn. So, and then I'll probably I'll get a whole bunch more. I just picked some for now. I thought she said Regina, but I must be wrong. Oh, funny. You're funny, Dreamer. You can stick around, no problem. I like funny people. It was Regina. Yep. I think it's like a German one because I can't pronounce that word. So those were the first 2. And then I have this one here is Opal. Beautiful World, it's called. And it is 75% virgin wool and 25% Polymade again. So, it doesn't have a color on here, name. So this one's made in Germany for sure. Yeah, it doesn't have a color name on here. Do not use fabric softener. Good call. Okay. So 100 grams. 4-ply. So this is got like a khaki color, and it's got green and purple and blue and little splashes of like an orangey salmon color right here. You can see that. So this one's really pretty too. I'm wondering how this one's gonna knit. Oh, there we go. That's how it's gonna knit up. Where do these yarn companies come up with the name? I know, right? Hey, Iris, how's it going? That's what my 13-year-old niece thought she said and said, "Woo." I heard something totally different, but V word OMG. I know, right? I'm just reading what's on the label. I'm so sorry. I don't have a bleep button. Or I would have that bleeped out. Okay. Okay. So here's another Regina one. This one has oranges and like a steely gray. So it's like a blue gray and little splashes of purple and white. So this one's actually kind of cool too. It's kind of pretty. That's kind of nice. Why don't they have color names on here? Oh, no, that's not the color name. Okay, I don't know what the color names of these are, but they sure are cool looking. Okay. So this one here is probably going to be one of my favorites because I like the grays. This is Opal again, Beautiful World. This one's got a whole bunch of different gray shades of gray in it and white, which is really pretty. And that's how this one's going to look in the grays. No. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I know, just color numbers, right? Ooh, coffee. Thank you. I would have gotten there. Oh, eventually. Yeah. Look at this. Coffee. Get coffee. So, put all my junk in here. Excuse me for a minute. That was all those balls that I just showed you are from one bag. So, let me do my coffee here, and then we will see what the other bags hold. I gotta have my coffee. I haven't had coffee all day. Today's my first time having coffee, and I need it. Okay. So, let me get this going. I'll put those yarn balls back in the bag. So there was 5 in that bag. So everything right now at the yarn shop was 25% off, I believe it said on the sign. And at the end of the month, it's going to be 40% off. So I wanted to get some right now because I want to separate them and have them ready to be put into 2 different cakes for each set of socks. So I don't have to worry about that later. Because Mom and I spent most of yesterday, both of us together, trying to go through one ball of a sock yarn that I had before that turned into yarn barf because it was the only one that was stubborn and didn't want to come out of the skein properly. So this is another bag. So this has, oh boy, look at this. So I have, this is Sidar Snuggly, and it's Baby Bamboo. So this is a really pretty purple. And this is super soft and silky. And I don't know if they have, I think color numbers on these ones. So these ones are only 50 grams a ball. So I had to get 2 balls of this to make 1 pair of socks, which was fine. Warm wash, do not iron, dry flat, reshape whilst set. Maybe dry clean. That's not happening because that's too expensive. But so Sidar Snuggly, the bamboo, and this is a purple color. This is like really pretty. It's like a lavendery purple. So I got 2 balls of that. Those are the only bamboo ones I got. So, and then I got 2 balls of Sugar Bush, Itty Bitty it's called. I don't think this has a color on it. Oh, look at that. It says, designed in Canada, where we turn cold into cool. That's funny. So this is 65% fine superwash merino, 25% nylon. Oh my goodness. 10% cashmere. That's crazy. So these are 50, made in Italy. There you go. Plum Perfect is the color of the yarn. Plum Perfect. So this has some really cool colors in it. Look at this. It's got like these orangey fuchsia-y colors, blues, purples, like a mustardy color, green, like a foresty green. That is really pretty. And I've got 2 balls of these because these are only 50 grams a ball. So 1 ball will do 1 sock. The other ball will do the other sock. So there's 2 of those. These are super pretty. Look at those colors. You like Sugar Bush too? You like all my yarns. You can't have them. They're mine. Fine. Hey, Joe. I have a box of yarn barf of many colors. Worked on it for over an hour. Not sure if I'm winning or the yarn is. I know, right? I felt that way yesterday too. I think Mom was with me on that one, but it finally got done. It took us a few hours just to get that 1 ball untangled. It was such a mess. Okay, here's another Sugar Bush itty bitty. This one's got like camo colors. It's got like browns and like a mustardy color, and then these dark blues and very tiny bit of green in there. So I don't know what the color is this one. This is Cabin in the Woods. So this one's really pretty. I like this one too. I don't know if you guys can see the colors really good or not. You do like yarn? I know, right? You love yarn barf? Oh, Nani. You're one of a kind, I tell you. One of a kind. One of a kind. I'm seeing a sock yarn theme here. I know, right? I bought a whole bunch of sock yarn. I want to get into making socks because it's one thing that I've never done. And I have I do watch a little bit of Marley Bird, and she's got these sock along things, but she's also got this this other guy, Ron, who is doing it with her. He's doing the crochet version of these socks, and she's doing the knitted version of these socks. So I thought that would be really cool to learn how to crochet socks and knit socks. So this is my last bag of sock yarn. Oh, excuse me. I love yarn, but I am not into stealing others. That's okay, Denisha. I was only joking anyways. So it sounds creepy, but could be what? Bob Ross color, right? The camo-y colored one or the bright other one? I'm the weirdo who loves yarn barf. It's a challenge for me. It is for some people, yes. They do sometimes like it, yes. You and Nani are two of a kind then. Did you guys know the true story about Bob Ross hair? No, I don't know why that white guy has an afro. But it's kind of cool. My cousin has the same thing. He's got when he lets his hair grow, he's got like a mushroom top. He's got an afro. He gets that from his dad, I guess. His dad's passed away a long time ago, though. I'm so happy it's relaxing to untangle yarn barf. I guess it would be sometimes, yes. Something to do with your hands and everything, too. Ron Strong. Yes, he's the one. Ron Strong. Jennifer from Froggy Went to Knitting got it right. It was Ron Strong. And I've been, as they pop their videos up, because I think it's a 3-part video for each one of them that they're doing. I've been saving them into my own private sock list. So I have a whole bunch of sock videos that I can go by. Lana, the girlfriend, my white mother had an afro. Really? That's awesome. I have nothing against it. My cousin has an afro. He keeps his really short, though, and he keeps it all gelled down. I like untangling it, but not when I'm working with it. Right? I just fell over laughing, Lana. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Don't hurt yourself. A lot of white people in the 70s had an afro. I was born at the very end, like the very end of the 70s, like right before Christmas at the very end of the 70s. So I didn't get to see a lot of that. I should actually try and look up some videos on that. That'd be kind of cool. Boys in the 70s, white boys permed in afros. Right? It's so funny to hear it like that. Tell them, Heather. There you go. Nani, I love afros. It is kind of fascinating, isn't it? I think it's very fascinating. I've been actually watching some videos of these girls on YouTube that have been braiding their natural hair, and then they've been taking yarn hair and crocheting it into their hair to get these really full looking head of hair. It's actually quite amazing. I don't think they're actually crocheting it into their hair, though, because what I was looking at, they were using a latch tool with the little clippy thing on it. It was really cool. How's that shawl coming along? It's coming along great. In the actual pattern, she was using worsted weight yarn. I'm using size 1 yarn. So size 4 and size 1 yarn is a big difference in size. And she only went to like row 98. I'm at row 88 right now. And I still got a long ways to go to get it to the size that I'd like it to be because I'm using smaller yarn. But it's coming along great. I haven't really been looking at the pattern these last few rows because I'm like, I know the pattern now. It's a repeat of those 5 same rows over and over and over again, or 6 rows, sorry. Hey, Dana, how's it going? Handmade socks are addicting. I have 20 pairs of hand knit socks. I love them. He was broke and couldn't afford to get a haircut regularly. So when the network found him, they insisted he keep it that way. He hated it. Isn't that always the way? See, people with straight hair hate straight hair. They want theirs curly. But people with curly hair always straighten their hair because they can't stand their curly hair. So I'm like, I would rather have the curly hair and be able to be both ways than have to have perms all the time and stuff for straight hair, because that's really damaging to your hair. But that's okay. I got like 6 inches cut off my hair yesterday, so it feels great. It's nice and short, and I like it. But it's not like short that I can't put it into a ponytail, but my ponytail's like this long. It's so cute. It's cute. I had a reverse afro when I was younger. I'm still in therapy for it. Oh no, Tanisha. So I'm sorry. What is a reverse afro? I have to ask. I just have to. They told him if he changed it, they would not use him. Oh no! It's going to be gorgeous, Lena. Thank you. We have been showing my sock yarn that I bought today. So you will have to kind of go back a little bit to see the ones that I've already showed. I have one more bag left of sock yarn to show. And then I have the 3 balls that I had before I went and bought a whole bunch, that because I wanted to get more. I want to try and make some socks. I'm going to show those ones too, because I had a really hard time yesterday untangling the green one, and my mom was helping me too, and it took us a few hours for both of us to untangle that one ball of yarn. It was such a mess. Poor Bob. I know, right? I know, right? That's what I thought too when I was watching those videos. I said they're using a latch hook, they're not using a crochet hook, but they were calling it they were saying they were crocheting hair onto their head. I'm like, that's not crocheting. But that's, I don't know. I always wanted straight hair and a flat chest. Boobs are terrible when we get old. Oh, I know. Hey, Sandy, how's it going? You're not here? I just checked my computer on the way to bed and saw you were here. Wanted to stop by and give you some love. Thank you so much. That's amazing of you. Everybody's saying hi. Heather, you wouldn't want a flat chest if you had one, Nani. There you go. See, it's the same with that hair thing. If you have straight, you want curly. If you have curly, you keep it straight all the time. Same with boobs. The chicks with the flat chests want implants so they have big boobs. And then the girls with the big boobs want flat chests because they hurt when they get bigger. So you can't win for losing, right? Yes, please don't forget to hit those thumbs up as you come in and leave. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And we will be getting to the 3rd bag of sock yarn in 1 second. Everybody's saying hi. Ooh, what was that one? Confused the black girls because I had long hair and they always thought it was a weave. Right? That would be a little confusing, right, Denisha? Really, Heather? I was always embarrassed my whole life. Sandy, hey, Denny, my darling. And then she says, hey, Heather. Denisha says, I will send you a picture. Who are you sending a picture, Denisha? Me? I like pictures. Heather says, wow. Right? Okay, so let's get on to this last bag of yarn. So this is all soft yarn. I liked this color, so I got 2 balls. So I'll probably be making 2 pairs of socks with this. So this is Sugar Bush Blaze. There's 100 grams in each one of these. So I will be I have 2 of them. I bought 2 of them. I am going to be making 2 pairs of socks. So this is blistering blue. And it is 75 superwash merino and 25 nylon. So those are going to be nice socks. I just have to get myself a Swift now for these kind of yarns that are in the twist. My hair is crazy wavy. I have to flat iron it. Oh, I envy you, Nani May. I wouldn't flat iron it. I would like it curly. I had my hair spiral permed when I was younger, and it stayed in for a whole year because my hair likes to be permed and curly. And if I do curl my hair in any way, shape, or form, I have to completely soak my head to get it to straighten back out again because my hair likes to stay curly. Plus, it's thick and heavy and hot, right? I have thick hair. It doesn't look like I have thick hair because I have very fine hair, but I have a lot of hair. And she did cut off like 6 inches, she said. So, Sugar Bush is your new name. You like that name, Nani? Sugar Bush? For you girls. There you go. My daughter, when she hit 11 or 12, had an absolute meltdown because one of my sisters is larger chested and she did not want big boobs for nothing. Oh, right? Nani, I never ever had a perm in my life. You, by the sounds of it, you don't really need one, Nani, because your hair is naturally curly. But it took 2 ladies when I was younger to do my whole head, and I don't even know how many hours. My mom had to go out and get me a Subway sandwich for lunch because I was hungry. And it took those 2 ladies and well over 100 curlers in my hair. My head felt like it weighed 100 pounds. It was crazy. So that's these 2. Now, this one here is going to be one of my favorites because I like it. So this is the Nako Boho again. It's 25% polymade and 75% wool. These ones don't have a color name. They have color numbers. I don't know if you can see that, if it'll focus. Anywho, this one's going to go really good because this has black in it as well as the gray and white. So this is going to be beautiful. I like the grays. They're really nice. And they go with anything. Anything. I know I saw Charlie shaved her head. She's got super thick hair too. Yeah. I know, right? Always wanted boobs when I was little. Thought I was going to get them too. Looking at everybody else in my family, both sides, didn't happen that way. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. Well, you know what I mean. But okay, here is a Regina one again. This one is really pretty. It's got like a teal blue in it, and these rust colors and gray and white. I think this one's gonna be really pretty. I think this one here is actually the color of the sock on the picture. I think that one's going to look really cool done up. Can't wait to do that one. And then I have one more ball from the yarn shop. So it's a Regina again. And this one is like a not really pastel-y colors, but it's got blues and yellows and tiny little bit of pink in there and purple. The purple and the blue stick out really, really well. But this one's going to be really pretty to do up too. Girl. Oops, boobs. What? Heather. No, see, I was just the opposite. Started getting them at 11 and cried every night. I was stick skinny until I had Colin. Now I'm flat. I'm fat and have cow. Oh, she meant to say boobs. I have to talk my comments in, and sometimes Cortona doesn't understand me. Right? Love that color. This one here in my hands right now. Yeah, this one's going to be really pretty too. I kind of wish they would do like they did with the other ones where they would show this color in the sock done up instead of just this one sock color on all the packaging, because you like to know what it's going to look like when it's done up too. Poor Joe. What did Joe do? Books instead of boobs. I know, right? Denisha's laughing at you, Nani, or with you. Sorry, with you, not at you. What happened to Joe? I have to run for a bit. Okay, Christina, might still be here because we're probably going to be on here for at least a couple hours. I'm usually on here for 2 hours on Mondays. So I'm just going to put these back in the bag. Sorry for the plastic sound on the bag. Okay. So those 3 bags are the ones that I bought from the yarn shop. And these 3 are the ones that I had before. Now, I got this from a yarn shop in Lethbridge called Knitting Time. They do have a website. So these were wool-free sock yarn. They are 93% acrylic and 7% PBT. I have no idea what PBT is, but it's super silky. It's super stretchy, like an accordion, like elastic stretchy. And this one here was Allegro. So I have 2 with Allegro. So this one here was the Grape Sonata. And the Grape Sonata one, I already split these ones into 2 balls. So this is what the Grape Sonata one looks like. It's got these really rich purples and pinks and greens. So this was the one that I had started my toe-up sock on. But I pulled it out so I could separate it into the 2 balls. And you get 100 grams per ball. So you make 1 full set of socks out of the ball. But these are super stretchy, like an accordion. These have that like elasticy feel to them. See, look at that. These are like an accordion. They're really cool. Too much estrogen. Sorry, Joe. You have to wear a skirt and have boobs. Girl boobs, not boy boobs. I know, right? Nani, I was at 11 years old. I was 5'11". So I was almost to the height I am now. I got to this height by the time I turned 15. So from the time I was 11 to the time I was 15, I went from 5'11" to 6'1", and I've stayed there ever since. I've never been to a yarn shop. Really? We have a tiny one here, but she has to close down because she's having health issues now, and she can't do it anymore because she found out that she found out she has breast cancer. Speaking of boobs, right? But we're not going to go into that. But she has breast cancer and she's going through chemotherapy right now. So she's super sick right now because of the chemo, and she's closing down the yarn shop because she can't do it anymore because of how sick she is. So yeah. Hey, there's Kathy. How's it going? You missed it. You'll have to go back and watch the replay at the beginning here because I'm showing all the sock yarn I've bought today. And I'm going to buy a whole bunch more near the end of the month because I'm really wanting to make socks. And I've never made socks before, but I want to learn how to crochet socks and knit socks. So I'm showing the last couple balls that I have, but if you want to see the other ones, you can just go back in the video and then come back where the live part is, and we'll catch you up on whatever else you've missed. Your early bloomer, wilter, still not stopped. I know, it's really sad. Okay, So this one here is Allegro as well, same as the other one. And this one was Slate Minstrel. So this was the gray-y blue one. Yeah. So this one here belongs to that packaging. So it's got steel grays and blues and a little bits of white in there. But you can see, and it's that stretchy accordion like elasticy sock material. So it's super stretchy. It's got like an elastic in it. It's really cool. And it's not hard to work with either. It's actually really nice. And this is like silky soft. Like these are wool free sock yarns, which are awesome because there is a whole lot of people that are allergic to wool or don't like it because it's itchy and scratchy. But yeah, these ones are super cool. And I split these ones into 2 balls, 1 ball for each foot. And then the last one, my trouble ball, as I like to call it now, because this is one we had to, Mom and I both had to spend a few hours on together untangling this 1 ball yarn. But this one here was called Naked Sock. It is wool free again, same materials as the other two, 93% acrylic and 7% PBT. This one is called Island Life. This one is super pretty though. Dana's still here. My daughter crocheted a couple pairs of socks for gifts. Right? Socks keep me so warm. These names. I know, right? I sometimes like to look at the yarns just to see what names they've named them because they can't have the same name as some of these other yarn companies. And it's crazy. Let her know that we will pray for her. Bless her heart. That must be really sad for her with her health and then having to give up the store. I know, right? And she's an older lady. I think she's in her 70s. So we are all keeping a watch on her to make sure she's gonna stay healthy after all of this. Hopefully they've got it all. So Dana, that's great. Go, honey. Right? So this is my trouble ball, Island Life. So this one has purpley colors, really pretty greens, and tealy blues, like bright blues in it. I really want to know how this one is going to work up in stripes because it's going to self-stripe itself like my other purple one did. But this is the elasticy material as well. Like it's super, super spongy and it's going to be gorgeous. I love this color. This is amazing. And these are super silky and soft. How do you know how to split them evenly? I'm using a kitchen weigh scale that does grams and ounces. And then if you hit the button again, it goes to pounds, I think it is. So because these all say how many ounces and how many grams are on them, I went with that one. And I went by the grams because I weighed them first. And then if they were a little bit over, like if they were 102 or 104, then I would know to do 51 or 52 grams per ball. And I would put one of my yarn bowls or just a bowl on top of the weigh scale and zero it out so it wouldn't count the bowl. And then I would slowly unravel the first half of the ball into the bowl until I got to that amount of yarn. And then once I got to that amount of yarn exactly in the bowl on the weigh scale, I would cut it off and then I would weigh the other half just to make sure that it was the same amount as the first ball on the weigh scale. And then I just reballed them on my yarn winder. So it's not hard. It's actually really easy. And that's what I'm probably going to do with these other ones as well. But I need to start working on my shawl here so I can finish it. But yeah, and then I can move on to other things. Can't wait. Can't wait. I'm so happy. I want to go to Marley Birds and I want to see her videos and Ron Strong's videos, because Ron does the crochet videos of the socks and she does the knit videos, and they are doing, I believe, toe up, and they both have 3-part videos for their socks, and I want to learn how to do both ways. So I want to do the crochet and the knit socks just to see what the difference is. But I guess Ron said in the premiere when they were talking about it live that he uses a way smaller hook, so you get way smaller stitches, because when you crochet, it would be hard to walk with that yarn under your feet because the stitches are thicker than knit stitches. You can feel those stitches when you walk, and if you use a way smaller hook with the sock yarn, the size 1 yarn, your stitches are way smaller and they're way more comfortable, and you don't really feel them as you would with a bigger, like a worsted weight yarn and proper size crochet hook. So I really, really want to try all of those, both of those. I have been watching for their videos and saving them to my my private sock list, so I can work on those socks when I get the chance. Oh, is Froggy leaving us? I'm so sorry. Good night, Froggy. Keep saying she wants to learn, but never wants to sit down to do it. Right? You have to wait until they're ready if they say they want to learn, but they have to really, really want to do it and have the patience to do it too. Because if they're too young, they just want to be out playing with their friends and just playing in general. My girls are very crafty, but crochet, it's not something they want to do right now, but I'm getting them one day. You go, Denisha. You'll get them. You'll get them one day. Very interesting. Thanks for sharing. So cool. Right? I did rearrange all of my playlists on my YouTube channel. So the ones that I want public, I made public, like the videos that I've been posting, like this one here, this live one will be put into my live folder. And then I have one for my beginning crochets. I'm probably going to make one for beginning knitting as well, because I want to do the knitting videos as well. And then I have the blanket, the spring fring blanket. I have those videos into one folder. So I made it easier for people to pick and choose which one they want to look at. And then all those videos, then all my private ones are just for me. I put them as private, so you guys can't see them, but I can. Dana, yes, I wanted my daughter to get into doing hair like me. She really doesn't like it like that. She is almost 18 and just now doing her own hair. Right? I started doing my own hair when I was younger because I would scream and fight my mom every time she came at me with a brush. And my dad never wanted my mom to cut my hair and keep it short so it'd be easier to maintain. So she just told me that either he has to maintain my hair then for me if he wants me to keep it long, or I have to cut it short because she doesn't want to deal with that anymore. So I did have shorter hair when I was younger. Then when I got into when I was old enough to understand and do my own hair, I was doing my own hair. But yeah, you have to kind of want to do that. And people come into it in their own, or they don't, when the time is right for them, right? Oh, it's Mimi's birthday. Happy birthday, Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Sorry for the bad singing, but it's a birthday song, so. I'm great babysitting. Oh, you're babysitting, Dana? Whose kids are you babysitting? Your own? Or are you babysitting somebody else's? I only have 2 sizes of Tunisian hooks, J and K. I want some interchangeable hooks so I can make bigger stuff. Yes. It is nice to have all the sizes of hooks. Like I said, that those long corded ones that I have, those bamboo ones, you can get that whole set on Amazon or eBay or even Wish for like $2 to $4 for the whole set. And I think mine came, they start at 2.5 millimeters and they go all the way up to a size 10 millimeter, and you get the whole set. And I think some of the newer ones actually come with different colored cords now, so you can just like, you'll know your sizes by color like you do with hooks. And you can just grab the color that you need and you'll know what size it is. Oh, you got a baby in the house that you're watching, Dana. Oh, that must be so super fun. I love little babies. I think of you often, and it helps me remember to pray for you. Yes. There you go, Mimi. Denisha is always thinking about you and praying for you. They make metal ones, don't they? For the corded ones, I don't know. I think the corded ones, if you get the interchangeable kit, it's plastic. But I think the long stick ones, like that look like a knitting needle with the knob thing on the end, those ones are mostly all metal, because my color coded set that I have is all like metal, like aluminum or something. And then the gray ones that I have are the 2 gray ones are from Walmart, and they only had the 2 sizes. They had the 6 millimeter and the 6.5 millimeter, and those are kind of what I started with until I got my sets that I ordered off of Amazon and eBay. What size do I use for 4 yarn? So if you look, let me see, size 4 yarn. Let me see. I have one right here. Okay. So the recommended size on their ball for a size 4 worsted weight yarn for crochet hook is a 5. Now, if with Tunisian, you have to go up 2 full sizes they recommend, but I only go up 2 like half sizes. So with the 5 millimeter, you could use a 6 or a 6.5 and it'll still be comfortable. But you can always use, if you go up 2 sizes, that would be a 7. So if you use a 7 millimeter, that would be okay too. Or an 8 or whatever one you're comfortable with, depending on how big you want your stitches. But this stuff is really, really soft. So the 6 or 6.5 are the ones that I normally go to. I have used a 10, but I've used the size 10 millimeter with the Bernat baby blanket wool, like that really fuzzy polyester baby yarn. You know which one I'm talking about? I did a whole queen size blanket for my bed with that and a size 10 corded one. And it worked up really fast, really easy, and it looks and feels amazing. 14-inch metal hooks. I don't know with the metal hooks. Let me see. I have mine right here. So the metal ones that I got from Walmart are long, a little bit longer than this set that I got off of Amazon. So this one here is a 5.5 millimeter. This is from the set that I got off of Amazon, and this is like a salmon color. And this is the one that I got from Walmart. So there is quite like at least an inch difference in length. I do use these ones a lot if it's just like a baby blanket or something. But the corded ones are more for like Afghans and bigger projects. And they do have double-ended corded hooks. Like you can have, so it's kind of like the circular knitting needles with the cord in the center and then the needles on the end, but they have crochet hooks on either end and then the cord in the center. And they've got all the they've got a lot of sizes of those too. So those ones there, the double-ended ones, you can make hats in the round on them. And there is videos out there that show you how to make hats in the round with double-ended crochet hooks. I have not done that myself yet. I will want to do that soon, someday in the future. But that is what I am hoping to do some more too. It just looked so loosey-goosey. My tension was fine. So if it looked loosey-goosey, then you need to go to a smaller hook size, not a bigger one. And with what kind of yarn are you using? You're not using like the burlap velvet or anything, are you? Because that one's really tough to do Tunisian with because it leaves loops in the back if your tension is not perfect on that one, like nice and tight. Because that stuff stretches really, really well. But if you're just using like a Red Heart or a regular Bernat or any of the other regular yarns, then yeah, I would just go down a half size or a full size in crochet hooks and see how that for Tunisian. So, but oh, everybody wanted to see what this is looking like. Look at this. I've been pretty good. So there's my point. And then it goes up the side here with the faces. All the way up. Oh, there's a hair there. All the way up to the point on the side here. And then my top is a really, really wide now, which is looking awesome. So yeah, I'm loving this pattern. I know it off by heart now. And I love the faces. Aren't those beautiful? I so love this pattern. It is amazing. And it does keep you entertained because you're doing the same 6 rows over and over again. You do kind of have to keep track of them a little bit, but it's not hard to do that on a piece of paper or whatever. And then, like I said, you'll get to this point where I've got this many faces going all at once now across that I don't even really have to look at my pattern anymore. I do have it in front of me just in case I get lost where I am. And then I will look to see which row I'm on as to if I'm doing the nose or the mouth or the chin across, and then I'll know where I'm at. I have Tunisian hooks from the late 60s, 70s. They have the silver round thing on the bottom. I still got my knitting needles that I learned knit with when I was 6 years old. That's awesome, Nani. That's amazing. Kathy says 50 grams per cake / ball will make one sock. 250 gram. Oh, I missed it. 250-gram balls equals 100 grams per pair of socks. Yes. It depends on the length of your foot too. Kathy, I'm a big girl. I'm the same height as Naughty May. I'm 6'1", and I have to go to the men's section to buy my shoes because ladies' shoes don't come in my size. Ladies normally go to a 11, and I can get away with an 11 wide, but my feet are still scrunched up in the toes. So I have to have a size 12 ladies shoe, or I have to go to a 10.5, 11 men's. So I have a really long foot, and it's fairly wide because of how tall I am too. But yeah, I don't like tall socks though. I like the shorter socks. Because they tend to always roll down my calf anyways, even if I have them up properly. By the end of within like an hour or so, they're down around my ankles anyways. And I don't like the bobby socks because they're too short, and they end up underneath my heel, and I end up walking on my socks, and then I get blisters on the back of my heel from my shoes rubbing on my skin. So I like to have at least a couple inches up my ankle, but not too much more than that. So one ball will probably do. That's why I split them in half, because I have to figure out how many rows and stuff, because my mom and I are pattern mappers. I don't know if you've heard of that, but we like to map out our patterns on paper before we make them. Like, we go through the whole pattern row by row and figure out what we need to do, and then we map it out. It's really good for sweaters. I have been trying really hard to get my mom to make at least 1 or 2 videos on her channel to show people how to map patterns for sweaters and socks and whatever else they want to make, right? Because if you map one sock, then you'll have the exact amount of rows to the exact spots that you need for both socks. So you don't have to keep measuring them with sock rulers and stuff. You'll just know by how many rows you've already done for the first sock. So it's kind of amazing. And she maps it out really, really well. She's mapped out sweaters and stuff for other people before too, for the groups that we had around town here. And then they follow her mapping and the pattern to know what they need to know. Oh, I missed a couple here. Hang on, let me go back up a little. I have my first circular needles. I'm so happy. Oh, that's awesome, Dana. What are you going to do with your first circular needles? I use a 2.75 millimeter US 2 needle for my 8 stitches per gauge. Yeah, I have to figure out what my gauge is again. I had it at one time for these toe-up socks that I like doing, but I haven't done them for such a long time that I took it out and I reballed them properly. And I'm going to have to go back over that pattern and those videos again that I like to watch for this, and I will map it out again. But I think it was, how many stitches did I have? I think I was using a 3 millimeter, my flexi flips, my triple needles. And I was using 3 millimeter for my socks. And I think I had 72 stitches for the size around my ball on my foot. because in the video she tells you to measure around the ball of your foot for how many stitches, and then as you're doing the toe up, you'll eventually have enough stitches on there to do a gauge, to use it as a gauge swatch as well, so that you will know how many stitches per inch, and then how many inches around your ball of your foot that you'll need to go up to for stitches for your foot. And then she says just for having it stretched just a smidge, you just want to go like a few stitches less than what your count would be, so your sock fits perfectly on you, and it won't be loose, because you don't want your sock to be loose, because it wouldn't feel very good walking and having it in your shoes and stuff. Heather, whoops, my hooks have this. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. My cats stole my only set of stitch markers. Not nice, putty cats. Not nice at all. I'm so sorry, Clumsy Mumsy. Oh my goodness, you have to get them back. Me too, Heather. Heather, I know a woman that wears Birkenstocks because she is tall. I did have Birkenstocks at one time. I have found, for summertime, I have a pair of they're called dogs, DAWS. And my mom loves wearing the slippers and the shoes for them, and I do have the shoes as well. But I like the flip-flop type sandals, as well as the Z-strap sandal for the dogs. They're so comfortable, and they're amazing to wear. I love them, and they do come in my size. Nani, I wear a size 10 shoe. My feet are too small for my body. My feet are flat. I wore braces and corrective shoes when I was a kid, and gravity is very hard on tall people. It is, I tell you. I have I think my feet are pretty proportionate to my body. Like, they don't really feel like they're oversized or too small, but yeah, I have a hard time finding shoes. I usually have to go to a men's shoe if I want a nice shoe. But that's okay. You can't really tell nowadays if people are wearing men's shoes or ladies' shoes, or even some of these teeny tiny little people that have really small feet that they actually have to get kids size shoes because they are small. We have we have a couple girls that work at where I work at the hardware store, and they are so tiny. I feel like a giant when I'm standing near them. And she actually says she does have to buy shoes in the kids section because her feet are so small. And I'm like, oh, if only I could have some of the problems that you have. Like, really? I have a hard time finding pants that are long enough for my legs. My mom is, thank goodness, a seamstress. And she has made me pants in the past that fit my body perfectly and are the right length. But it is really hard. I have to really watch when I buy pants. I have to make sure they have a really big hem on them that I can actually take the hem down when I get home and have those extra couple inches. I've done that quite a few times. So yeah, I have to really, really watch. Oh, I missed that you got some circulars. Yay. You're going to love them. I want to learn how to knit. You sure can, Christy. There's tons of people out there that have videos to teach you. I am going to try and get some videos up here soon. I got to do that. I want to do a crochet granny square too for my beginner's crochet, because I've done all this. Well, I didn't do the treble stitch because it's a treble. It's a it's a treble stitch. So I've done all the stitches up to a double crochet. So, and that's all you pretty much need to know how to do a granny square. So I'm going to do a granny square and then post that video with my other beginners crochet. And then I want to do a file or a playlist, I guess you could say, of beginners knitting, because I do both. I do English style knitting and I do continental knitting. And when you do ferrule knitting or stranding knitting, you use both ways because you're using multiple colors at a time instead of just one color or a color changing yarn. So, and I have a way that I like to do my ferrule knitting that there are no floats in the back of my work at all. So you don't catch your fingers on anything. If you're making gloves, and it looks so much neater and so much more tidy. And you don't have to put like a liner in it because of all that nonsense in the back, I want to say. So I do want to get going on all of those. It's just we're trying to work on the house at the same time, and I don't really have a space of my own that I can make all these videos without having to turn off the volume on everything and make sure the phones aren't ringing and all that kind of stuff. So that will be getting done, and then I will be showing everybody my big flat bed knitting machine, because that is the one that everybody really, really wants to see. But that has to be clamped to a table because it's huge. What's everybody saying? My foot is supposed to be the same length as your forearm. Yes, it is. Your foot is supposed to be from your wrist here to your inside of your elbow here, and my feet are exactly. So when somebody asks me to measure something at the hardware store, I always hold it up to my arm if it's only like a foot or 2 feet, and I'm like, yeah, that's about right. And if somebody has like a 6 foot long like doweling or something, I just stand it up beside me and I'm like looking almost eye level, like just above eye level with the top of it. And that's about 6 feet because I'm 6'1", right? So I'm like, I measure things differently. So, and then if it's like 7 feet or 8 feet, it's easier to tell too if I stand it up against me as well. I have been wearing the same pair of Crocs for 15 years, but they are house shoes, right? Kathy, double-ended cable hooks can be used for Tunisian. Yes, I have a couple sets of them, and I would like to start getting used to those too, because I'd like to start making Tunisian hats, which would be really cool. Where do I start with knitting needles? Depends on what you with knitting needles, it's kind of like crocheting. You kind of get the ball of yarn. Okay, so I don't know if these ones show it on these ones. Nope. So where's it? Wait. Okay. So on a ball of yarn, to start off, you're not going to actually be making a project right away. Just like crocheting, you have to learn the stitches and your tension first. So on a ball of yarn, this tells you what size is recommended for this size of yarn that's in this ball for knitting needles and crochet hook. So with this one, both are the same size. So for this size 4 yarn, for the Bernat Pop, they want you to use 5mm knitting needles and 5mm crochet hook. And they do tell you these squares are actually the gauges for your project, for your like a swatch for your tension and stuff. So this is a 10 by 10 centimeter square or 4 by 4 inch, right? So it's 16 stitches or 20 rows to get your tension. Okay. And same with this one. So it's 4 by 4 inch square or a 10 by 10 centimeter square with the 5mm hook should have, and you do 12 stitches or 12 single crochets and 13 rows equals those measurements. So, and when you start with knitting, I would just use straight needles. I wouldn't use circular or anything like that, just to get your tension and everything right, and holding your yarn and whatever. Depends on what you want to make and stuff too. I am a foot shorter than you, Nani. Hey, Gina, how's it going? Capris look like I am wearing high water pants, right? So you are itty bitty. Hey, Jeannie, or Gina, sorry. LOL, I love you, Gina. Christy says, I have the opposite problem, Nani. Capri are pants, LOL. Heather says, Christy, find a tutorial on learning how to get what is recommended to start. Yes, they have tutorials and videos out there for that too. They have videos for everything. You just got to be specific on what you punch in to the search bar. Nani says, Christy, that's how my best friend is. She is 4'10" and I'm 6'1". Mutt and Jeff. I know how you feel, Nani. Most of my friends are like at least a foot and a half shorter than me. I feel like a giant compared to them all the time. And Christy's laughing. Nani. Gina says, love you too. And then she says, going good. How about you? We're going great. We are talking like no tomorrow about yarn and crochet hooks and knitting needles and how-tos and what-tos. And and then I showed at the beginning of my video here for the live tonight all the sock yarn I bought today. So it's kind of cool. I bought like 3 bags of sock yarn from our little yarn shop before it closes here at the end of the month, and I'll be going back near the end of the month more again to buy a bunch more because I really want to get into sock knitting and crocheting. Gina and Christy are witty bitty girls. Right, Nani? Everybody's a witty bitty girl compared to you and me. But we are the Amazon queens, aren't we? You and me. Don't forget to hit that like button when you come in and leave, please. I haven't been over to YouTube to see how many we have. 15 likes. Woohoo! That's not bad. There'll probably be a whole bunch more by the time we're done here too. So that's awesome. But Lana Tull is awesome. We can see almost everything. We are great and rock in crowds, don't we, girl? We do. You know what? At wintertime, we have a small winter X Games thing here for winter, and to take videos of some of the tricks that the guys do on their boards and skis and whatever. I don't really need a selfie stick to go above everybody to do that. I can do that normally. So I don't really have a problem filming things because I can just stand behind somebody and do that. But it is kind of funny. And then everywhere I go, people are always asking me to reach stuff for them, no matter where I am. And I'm like, I feel so used. All you want me for is my height. Get your own. You can get your own height. You better believe Atlanta boot. I know, right? I'm sorry, your local yarn shop is closing. Yeah, we kind of went over that a little bit earlier, but it's because the owner is super sick with cancer. She's going through chemo right now, and she's not in the best shape. So, and she just can't do it anymore. And she's in her, like, I think she's in her 70s. So she's an older lady as well, which doesn't really help matters being in that age range and learning you have cancer. So, but we are all going to try and help her as best we can. But yeah, I am trying to buy a bunch of yarns and stuff, so it's less for her to pack up. And I know, right, Nani? That's exactly how I feel. My mom does it to me too all the time too, right? Has your mom ever done that to you? Where you're in a store that you don't even work in, and she comes around the corner to the aisle that you're in looking at stuff and goes, I need you over here in this aisle. You have to reach this for somebody for me. And you don't even know the person from Adam, nothing at all. But mom doesn't know them. And I have to reach something because they can't reach it. And I'm like, really? I don't even work here. Like, stop that. Is it your only place to buy yarn? No, I get a lot of my yarn online, and the place that I buy it from is in Canada. I think it's in Ontario, over where like Zach lives, like Mukbangs and more. And it comes within like 2 or 3 business days to my doorstep from when I purchased it online. And they've got a whole ton of different brands that some of the brands I've never even heard of on there. So it's a really amazing site and stuff. I like it. But there is Walmart too. We don't have a very big selection at Walmart, but it's like nice and a little pinch if you want to do something super easy and super fast with what they have there when they have it. Do you ever get people to get stuff off the bottom shelf? No. That's why. Hey, Nani, I know why we have such short friends now. So they can get all the low stuff for us. That's why I don't like bending down that far, because then my head is below my butt and I lose circulation to my brain if it's down there for too long, and I get dizzy if I come up really fast and I see black spots because of the of the height. So yeah. Yep, in every store people always ask me to get them stuff, but now I stop people and say, social distancing, please leave this tall woman alone. I should start saying that too. But it's hard when you have to work at a store and people need stuff from up high. I'm getting paid for that. So Walmart is not great. I know, right? It is what it is. And you just got to kind of work with what you can get. Like, I know. I do, Heather, my 3-year-old grandson. Heather's laughing. Nani, Lana, we ain't been using our short friends right. I know. I just thought about that when she had said that. I'm like, we're not using our short friends to their capacity. I gotta think about that more now. Oh no, Lana, right? Yes, that is a thing sits to do with gravity. I know. Yeah, getting down on the floor to do exercises and then trying to get my big butt back up to the height that it's supposed to be is a problem too that I'm trying to get over. But how often do I have to sit on the floor, right? I have pickup clamps now with a long stick and a squeeze handle that closes it for me so I can grab stuff without having to bend down now. So, which is awesome. I have one in like every room now, so I don't have to go very far to pick up what I need to pick up. And then the stuff that's like metal and stuff, like coin or whatever, if I lose a coin on the floor, I have a magnetic stick that I use that is expandable and retractable, and it fits in my pocket like a pen. I love it. Love it. It's my friend. It goes everywhere with me. I have 2 of them. I take one to work with me all the time because I drop paper clips and coin all the time at work. And I have one at home that the end of it is magnetic, but it also lights up as well. So if I drop stitch markers on the floor, I don't have to bend down to pick them up if they're metal. I just use my magnetic stick. I love it. Love it. You should all get one. It's amazing. The bend over and stand up is hard on tall people. It's science. Right, Nani? I have grabbers in every room. Good. Me too, right? Do you have the magnetic stick, though? You need the magnetic stick. It's amazing. I love it. Take it everywhere I go. Gina, we use those grabbers to reach the high stuff. There you go. But if you have a tall person around, you don't have to do that. I did that at the Dollarama a while back because I wanted a certain item, but they had more up top in a box. And by the time the lady went to get a ladder to get it down for me, I already had the box down. And she's like, I could have grabbed that for you. I'm like, it's light. There's like nothing to it. You thought it was going to be heavy and I drop it on my head or something? Like, that's not going to happen. I just reach up and I just grab the whole box and bring it down. So I'm like, I didn't need your ladder. I don't do ladders. I don't do heights. I am afraid of heights. This is as high as I go. And if I can't reach it from this height, I don't need it that bad. I don't. 6'7" tall sons. I know, right? My brother is 6'6", and I have an uncle that is 6'8" or somewhere around there. He's the tallest one in our family. There's no shortage of tall people in my family. I can count on maybe one hand all the people that are under 6 feet in my family. All the rest are over. They're like at least my height, 6 foot or 6'1", all the way up to 6'8". So that's amazing. And I don't have to. It's much easier to hug tall people when you're a tall person. I have no magnetic stick. No. Oh, you need a magnetic stick, Nani. My youngest son is 6'3" with a size 13 shoe, right? Nani, sometimes I pretend I'm not tall. You know what? It's funny though. If I sit down, I look like a regular person. It's my height is more in my legs. I do have a longer torso though, but not by a lot. But my legs are really long. So when I'm sitting down, it's kind of funny. If I meet people and stuff, or they ask me questions or whatever, if I'm sitting down, I will stay sitting down. And if they ask me why, that's when I stand up. And if I stand up and they're like a foot and a half shorter than me, they will either go, oh, and look like way up, like I'm the Jolly Green Giant with that giraffe and whatever in that old show that I used to watch when I was little. And that, or they'd either tell me to sit back down because I'm hurting their neck. Like, I'm sorry, you guys hurt my neck too because I have to look down every time. Funny, Nani. Sometimes I am afraid of my height because I am afraid of heights. Exactly. I have a long torso and long legs. I'm a freak. No, you're not, Nani. You're just as freaky as me. And that's not a freak, right? We're all good here. So yeah, I'm like, we definitely need to take advantage of those shorter people for the lower stuff, right? But yeah, if you have a Dollar Tree or a dollar store of any kind, see if they have the magnetic expandable sticks. They are amazing. They don't pick up a lot of heavy stuff, but if you lose a stitch marker that's metal, so much easier, or coins, and you don't have to bend down to get them back up, which is nice. It's a very nice. That metal stick is a amazing contraption, and I love the person that designed it. Okay. In my family, all the guys are about 5'10" to 6 foot, and the girls are 5'1" to 5'4". Oh my goodness, Heather, that's crazy. I slapped someone really hard in school for asking me how is the weather up there. I hurt that boy. You know what? Somebody told me, I think it was my uncle when I was younger. He says, if anybody ever asks you how the weather up there is, just spit on them and tell them it's raining. And I'm like, nobody's ever said that to me, though, ever since he told me. So I never got the chance to do it. So nobody's ever asked me how the weather is up there. I could also say chances of rain with thunderstorms and lightning if you don't stop bugging me. Because you will see thunderstorms and lightning over this girl's head and coming out my ears if you don't stop bugging me. Oh, I bet you did. And you wouldn't be the first, Nani. Yes, I'm taking advantage of my short friends if I ever get to see them again since this I know, right? Heather, my friend slapped someone for that too. Nani's laughing, yes. And Heather's like, oh my. Right? I'm like, holy. So yeah, it's just crazy. So there are disadvantages and advantages to being short or tall or average, because you're kind of in the middle and you don't know which category you belong to. But I am an Amazon queen. That's how I think of it. And nobody's going to tell me different. It is sometimes hard being tall because people see you coming and they kind of stay away from you because they're scared of you. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Depends on your mood that day or that situation. I've had that happen a lot of times. Sometimes I just laugh it off, don't care. Other times it does kind of hurt because you're like, I'm not a monster. You don't know me. You didn't ask me. I'm a big, huge teddy bear. Sure, if you rub me the wrong way or say something stupid or dumb, I will get mad and then I will be scary. But for the most part, I'm easygoing, relaxed. I'm a big teddy bear. But they don't see that. They just see the outer surface, right? You can't judge a book by its cover. That's what they say. My friends were fear was that she would have something in her nose and not know it. And people see it. Oh no. Nani, you're laughing with me, right? I'm gonna take that as laughing with me, not at me. I'm gonna remember that spitting thing. They will just think I'm a crazy old lady and lock me up. No, I don't think they'll think you're crazy. It's their own stupid question, and they get the best answer totally. But I guarantee if you do it once and other people see, you won't have to do it again. Nope. because word will spread and everybody will leave you alone. But you know what? Even being tall, if you have to, I haven't had to do it because people stay away from me. But if you ever get in a fight being a tall person, you have to really watch where you're punching and kicking because your height difference makes a big difference. Same with a short person, you have to adjust to like kick or punch a little higher for a short person. We have to adjust lower to get where we want to take that person down at. So just a thought. Not that I'm a mean, vindictive person. I'm a very nice, sweet person. But every person has thoughts and feelings, but whatever. Gina, you got all the short jokes. Oh no! So short, have to stand on a curb to kick a dick in the butt. I like that one. I get scary too if you make me mad. Dynamite comes in small packages, right? That's what I always tell people around me too. I said, you know what? I might look scary and be gentle on the inside, but these little people are scarier than me because when they go off, nobody knows what to do with them. You just stay away and don't want none of that. Nope. People in school always wanted me to beat people up. Like just because I am tall, I was strong and tough. No, I'm a weak wuss. No, you're not, Nani. Every girl has their strong points and features. It's how you use them, right? Yes, Lan, exactly. Sometimes it's hard to punch slow. Ask my husband. I'm way taller than him, right? That's right, Gina. Dynamite does come in small packages. Yes. Gina says, duck in the butt, not dick. I still liked the first part too. That was hilarious. I got that. I'm really gentle giant. Yes, I am too. But people always judge by your looks first, right? Like if you see a person covered in tattoos, what do you think about them? Right? You think they're like from a gang or a biker or, right? In some sort of um gang crew or whatever you want to call it, and they're gonna pull a knife or a gun on you, but most of them are humongous huge teddy bears. You duck, right? No, he's laughing, Heather. That's funny. Yep, always judge. I know, right? Yep, the world is weird and wacky that way, and there's no you can't tell people how to act or feel. Sometimes I wish you could, but nope. But it is what it is. You just gotta roll with the punches, as they say. So 15 more minutes and we're at 2 hours. And then, when is my next day off? I think I'm off next week, and I will. Yes, I think I'm off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday next weekend. So I am going to have to go live a few times. I do want to start getting some videos done though. But it's hard right now because Mom's on holidays, so she's here. I usually make my videos when she's at work and I'm at home. It's just easier because I can have the whole house quiet. I don't have to worry about phone calls or the TV or whatever, you know. I just got to worry about the dogs because they like to make their opinions in the background. But that's okay. They're dogs. What can you say? But yeah, I do want to start posting a whole bunch of videos. I did find my little Fujifilm camera, and I think it takes amazing pictures and videos on it. And it's going to be so much easier because it's got a SD card in it. I can just plug the SD card into my laptop to put the videos onto and then take them off of the SD card, and then I'll have a clean slate for the next time I use my camera. Which is going to be awesome because my cell phone, even though I don't have many pictures or videos on it anymore, it takes amazing photos and videos. I love my cell phone, but the memory on it is not very big at all. And that's what my problem was before. I couldn't take very long videos because it kept saying that there was no more room, and it would just cut the video off right before I was even finished filming what I wanted to film, right? So now I've got my other camera and I want to give it a go and take it for a little test drive, maybe do like a small shout out video because I got to start doing those too. I want to do some shout out videos to some of my favorite peoples that I like to go visit in their lives. And yeah, so I'm going to do a little test run with it in the next hopefully few days. And see how those videos and stuff turn out. Too many stupid people out there. I know, right, Gina? When I had my knee replacement, the doctors found my bones and joints very interesting. They just talked and talked about my long bones. Oh, long bones. Gotcha. Gina, I traveled up to Michigan on Thursday. Oh, that sounds fun. Gina says, I'm going to try to do a live tomorrow sometime. Awesome. I have to work the next 4 days and then I get 3 off. So, after work, I'll probably take a small video because I'm going to take my car to work the next few days. Give my truck a rest because that's what I like to do. I like to drive one. I have 2 vehicles, so I like to drive one for a couple days, and then I like to drive the other one for a couple days, just to keep them both going, so that one of them doesn't seize up from sitting too long. And but I've been wanting to take a video in my car, anyways, especially if it's a nice day, because I can have the top down and take everybody for a ride in my car. That's what I want to do. So, but yeah. And then I might do my shout out video then too. Because when you guys do shout out videos, do you just do like one person or do you do like 2 or 3 people at a time for shout outs? Because they don't have to, they're not going to be really long videos. They're probably going to be like 5-10 minute videos. But just shouting out a person, I think, Nani, you only do one person at a time, right? For shout outs. I know Charlie, I think, did 2 or 3 people in her last shout out video. You were in New Orleans. Oh, that would be amazing. That sounds like so much fun. My mom and I are thinking about getting me a passport. So whenever this COVID-19 stuff is over with and everybody's safe again and the borders are open, I would love to come visit some of my peoples in person that I talk to on here frequently and visit frequently and see everybody in person in your face. And yeah, and just tool around for a few weeks to visit everybody and have a blast and see places that I've never been to, which would be cool. Six. Some people do lots. Some do only a couple. No, it sucks. Everything is still closed. I know, right? I take a video of the people I shout out of their page, and sometimes I just read a list on paper of people. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do like a small list of like 2 or 3 people, and then do a shout out for them at the beginning of a video, and then take the rest of the like 5-10 minutes or 15 minutes even, and do just a little drive in my car. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Shout out and I don't know what else I'm gonna call it. Shout out and something. Shout out and open air trip or drive. Open air drive. That sounds good. Shout out and open air drive. I travel with my hubby with his job. Oh, that sounds cool, Gina. I think about that. I wish I could meet my YouTube friends too. Right, Heather? I did a meetup on the way here to Michigan. Nice. Who did you meet up with? Inquiring minds want to know. Oop, I'm caught. There we go. On my way back down to my hubby, I am going to meet up with Drew and anyone else that I can find that is on my way. Too bad we can't just all drop everything and go meet Granny D in. Yeah, right. I know she's a very sweet lady. I like her. Nani, I don't travel anywhere anymore since my knee replacement. It changed my life. In just 1 year, it caused more damage, but I will live with it. They ain't never messing with my joints again, right? Yeah, if it didn't go well the first time, I wouldn't get anything else done like that again. You'll have to watch the video, right? I will have to. Me and my hubby would kill each other if we just went to the store together. We do not get in the car together. Oh no! Gina's laughing. Heather, there's a video? Yeah, Heather, you'll have to go check out Crafting Grandma Gina is it Gina Ginny? Gina. Spelled 2 different ways, I guess. Says the same word. Wanda with Rolling Through Life. Nice. Not yet. It is stuck on my phone. You have to get it unstuck now. I was going to meet Monda on my way to North Dakota, but COVID happened and I did not get to go. Oh, that sucks. How many week are you about how each other drives? Crafty says, Gina is my name pronounced Gina. Nice. So it's like Gina. Double the fun. I got my computer hooked up here at the house, and so tomorrow it's the plan, right? That's what I want to do too. I do have a big desktop computer downstairs that once I get my area set up that I want to for crafting and whatever, I want to set that up too and do all the updates because it hasn't been touched in a few years. Bless me. Sorry. I always scare the dog when I sneezed or cough. And then he runs out the door to the back. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to get my desktop computer up and running. So I'll have my laptop and my computer. Oh my goodness. There's another one. And then I will be able to do watch more people's videos, which will be awesome. And have more stuff that I can upload onto different computers and stuff too. Oh, once it starts, you can't stop. My husband does not pay attention to the road. He's always looking at stuff while he drives. Scares me to death, right? Oh my goodness. I think that would scare anybody, Nani. When you're driving, you're supposed to pay attention to the road. If you want to look around, you don't need to be the driver. I can only drive within 10 miles of home because of my epilepsy. Oh my goodness. So I don't really drive anymore. I carry my desktop with me and take it out at the hotels. Well, yeah, because you travel a lot, right? So that would make sense. Gina, bless you. Thank you. It just won't stop. Oh my goodness.
You got the sneezing?
Yeah, I do. That's why I said when it starts, it won't stop. I'm going to blow my nose and see if that helps.
I have to switch phones.
So, sorry, I'm going to mute you for a second so you don't have to listen. Sorry, there we go. Bless you. Thank you. Bless you again. I know, right? What has you going? I don't know. It's just, no, I don't have allergies. The only allergy I have is to alcohol. It's just sometimes you get that little tickle, and then once I start sneezing, it doesn't stop until I blow my nose. So hopefully that's got it gone now because I don't like sneezing. But it is what it is. It's kind of like the hiccups too. Once you get the hiccups, it's when I get the hiccups lately though, I only get like one hiccup and then it's done. So I'm like, what is going on? Because before I used to get the hiccups, and if I couldn't stop them, they would make me sick to my stomach. But yeah, now lately all I get is like one hiccup and that's it. So I don't know. My body's weird. But that's okay. I am unique in my own way. So, is there anybody else live tonight right now? Are Dana and Joe live? So everybody can go over and raid them because we are at our 2-hour mark for Monday night. Let's see if they're live. I do not know. Yes, they are. So if everybody wants to go over to Dana and Joe's Triple C and Joe show are live, so we can go over and raid them. I know hiccups are horrible. I don't do peanut butter. I can't even stand the smell of it. Same with root beer. I don't do root beer. I can't stand the sickeningly sweet smell of it. It's just no, can't do it. Can't do it at all. A horrible allergy. I know, right? Especially when this COVID thing hit and everything was sanitizer this and sanitizer that. I'm like, I can't touch that stuff because my hands will rash out and they will swell up. And nope, not doing it. I have to make my own alcohol-free stuff, which instead of alcohol, I use bleach instead. You don't have to use a lot, just a little bit. But I make my own hand sanitizer, so it works so much better. And yeah, then my hands don't rash out or swell up. Pickle juice gets rid of hiccups too. Oh, didn't think about that. You love peanut butter, Gina? My mom loves peanut butter. She's the only one of us two in this house that eat peanut butter. So are you? No, I'm not tired of you. I love you guys. But StreamYard, because I don't do a monthly payment on it, it only gives me so many hours a month that I'm allowed to use it. And right now, this is the only way I can do lives is through StreamYard because I don't have you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers to be able to do lives straight from YouTube or from your phone or whatever. So I have to use StreamYard for now. But I don't know if I want to pay the $20 a month for the one plan for StreamYard, because I think the other plan for StreamYard is like $26 or $27 a month. But we'll see down the road maybe. But for now, the 20 hours, I kind of chalked it up to being like 5 hours a week that I'm allowed to do it. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go for that. Bleach, you couldn't do that, right? You can't touch bleach, but I can swim in our pool. Go figure. Right? Isn't that weird? I don't think they use bleach though. I think they use a different chemical for pools. I think they use chlorine, not bleach. You understand? Yeah. On your phone with streamer. I was going to try that tonight, but then I'm like, it said on there, the first message that it said on there for StreamYard is to actually, it would be recommended to use a laptop or a computer to go live instead of your phone. But I will try it someday one soon here because I do want to know how it works on there. So I will try that on my phone one day to see what it's like, how much different it is from the computer one. We'll have to come back another night. Right? You can come back anytime you want, Heather. I will gladly accept you into my frog pond. It's a different chemical, but smells the same. I worked so hard on that pool, right? Gosh, that seems like forever again before I could go live on my phone. Exactly. So I have to wait until I have at least 1,000 subscribers before I can do YouTube live. There is, I was doing YouTube live because I have a webcam. It's different, but then I think they changed something again. And some reason, every time I change my camera from my laptop camera to my web camera, it keeps saying there's an error and it won't let me do the webcam now for just straight live YouTube. Because if I do straight live YouTube, I can go on there as long as I want, but it won't let me do that anymore. So I don't there's no problem with my webcam because I've checked out all of the diagnostics and stuff for it on the computer and it says it's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So it has to do something with the YouTube thing. So can't do StreamYard. My internet is not strong enough. Yeah, you have to have a little bit stronger internet, I think, for StreamYard, but all right. You haven't tried StreamYard? This is what we are on right now is StreamYard, and you can put banners on it and you can have other people on camera with you if you post the link. Nobody wanted to come on camera with me tonight, so I didn't post the StreamYard link. You were on it with me the other day though. Heather was, and that was amazing. Crystal from Jumping Frog Dream Creations has been on it with me, and so has Dana and Joe. And it's amazing. It's so much easier to be able to go face to face with a person, or hands, as it were, if I'm doing something with my hands, and talking with them instead of doing all the typing, because the typing can get kind of much when they don't get your message in time for before you send another message. Then you're going, well, how come you didn't answer my question? Well, because they missed it, because sometimes the chat is going so fast because there's so many people in there sometimes. Yeah, it's crazy. So is everybody ready to jump over to Dana and Joe's live and we can go bug the heck out of Joe because he needs it and he wants it. And that's what sisters do. We like to get him going. And Dana knows that. And then just the look on her face is just priceless. And then her drinking her coffee is even more priceless. Hey, Hughes Bacon, how are you? You're coming at just the very end. So we are almost done. We are going to jump over to Triple C and Joe show because they are live. We're going to go raid their live and give them some support because we have been on here for 2 hours and 8 minutes now. And you are more than welcome to jump over there because they will love it too. And we can get to know you better. So that's awesome. So please hit the thumbs up on your way out. And we will see you again on the next live. I'm going to start trying to do a couple more lives here now. I do my lives mostly on my scheduled ones on Mondays. Yeah, right? On Mondays. And then I will try and do a live on like a Sunday or something afternoon or whatever, because I'm trying to get Sundays off as well. Yeah, thank you all so much for coming. And if you've missed the video, please watch it from the beginning. I have shown a lot of yarns that I have bought in, and we have talked about a whole bunch of different things. And yes, the chats do get kind of hilarious. I love every single one of you, and I will totally see you over in Dana and Joe's live at Triple C and Joe show. So thank you so much. Have a great night, and we will see you very soon.